All right, guys, so we got to talk about some disturbing woke activities that are allegedly going on in schools, right? These activities that the woke academics swear up and down is not happening, right? That people on the right, conservatives, are just making it up, okay? It's in your imagination, right? That's what they say. That's what they say in order to not actually address what is going on here. But this story takes place in the North Penn School District, as there was an elementary school teacher, a 5th grade teacher, that allegedly lined up students by race and made the white kids apologize to the black kids, I guess for, I don't know, systemic racism or whatever, right? The wrongdoings of the past, okay, that apparently people believe that white children are supposed to be held responsible for. And a parent of one of these kids was not happy about this, and basically she took her issue with this teacher doing this to the school board and let them know that, hey, this is unacceptable. Take a look.
I just want to counteract that. I actually pulled my daughter out of AM Culp because of the 5th grade teacher who lined those students up from whitest to darkest, made them turn around, and the white ones needed to apologize to the black ones. Now, do not tell me that it did not happen, okay, in this district. You need to put an end to this. Kids do not see color, and you are segregating them and you are separating them. This is not okay. Do something or get out of those damn chairs.
Yeah, so those are some pretty shocking claims that I 100% believe. And the reason why is because I've seen too many examples of woke teachers who have an agenda, and they are more than willing to push their agenda on students in these schools, right? There's just too many of them, right, for me not to believe it, okay? And, you know, a lot of these people, particularly the ones that are race crusaders, that's exactly what they want. They want white kids to apologize to black kids for the wrongdoings of white people, right? Because they're trying to essentially train kids at a young age to accept their so-called guilt. Again, this activity in particular he's talking about, it kind of reminded me of this video right here.
We know he's being God and he no longer can be here. In honor of his legacy, we're not rioting, God. We're not shaming anybody, God. We're just humbling ourselves before you.
Yes, Lord.
You brought the thunder and rain today, God, because Satan takes the L today. Father, in Jesus' name, you get the victory. Father, we ask for forgiveness from our black brothers and sisters for years and years of racism, of systematic racism.
Yeah, that video cracks me up every single time, right? Because it is symbolic of exactly what a lot of these race crusaders want. They want the white man to get on his knees and to apologize to black people for all the sins of the past, right? Even if they actually didn't do it, even if they ain't got nothing to do with it, even their ancestors didn't have anything to do with it. You got to apologize for things that you didn't do, right? And out of principle, I don't think that people should be apologizing for things they didn't do, right? So yeah, if I had a kid in one of these schools, I wouldn't want my kid to be apologized to by some other random kid because of their skin color, right? I think that in and of itself is racist. It is putting the idea in people's heads of inferior and superior races. Again, these race crusaders are the most racist people on the planet. I promise you, right? I promise you they really are. But again, you know, hey, the woke academics tell us that, hey, this is not happening in school. It's all made up. Okay, but this is not the only thing that was complained about at this school board meeting that parents should be concerned about and aware of. One parent also complained about students having to do this so-called privilege walk. Take a look.
When it comes to the honesty issue, this board has repeatedly denied an activity that has taken place at AM Culp Elementary. Just the last action meeting, we were actually attacked by Dr. G, who referred to Fox News about an event that happened. Fox News didn't tell me that the event happened at AM Culp Elementary. The activity I'm talking about is known as a privilege walk. It happened in the courtyard at AM Culp Elementary, not once, but 4 times. A teacher who had a professional courtesy, I won't say her name, lined the students up on the wall, asked them to step forward if their parents were married, step forward if their parents were college educated. Step forward if they own a cell phone or an iPhone. Step forward if their skin color resembled one of a Band-Aid. Step forward if they had an in-ground pool. Now this teacher carried out this event, and I know it happened because one father told me at the top of my driveway, 4 parents told me over the phone. I sat in the driveway and a mother and father told me the story that happened to their daughter last year. And just Thursday, I sat in the living room and listened to the story verbatim, word for word, the same questions. But she also added at one point when she asked about the Band-Aid with a mini megaphone, the teacher told the student to get back on the wall because her parents were from India. That happened. There are no versions of the truth, Mrs. Stoll. You emphatically said that didn't happen 5 times. It did happen, but yet you still deny that it happened. We have filed a right to know for it. We did it in July. We're still waiting for the results on that because it keeps getting kicked down the can because you know you can run out the clock on the issue.
Yeah, so this guy's like, listen, I talked to all these parents. I talked to all these other people. Yeah, we know this happened, right? But like the Democrats and the woke academics, the school board deny, right? Just deny, and say, hey, you're making it up. You're a conspiracy theorist, and you're watching too much Fox News, right? Turn off Fox News, okay? That's essentially what the answer always is, right? But what this guy is saying, again, the funny part here, and the reason why I believe him is because there's actually videos on the internet of teachers conducting the so-called privilege walk. I'm going to actually show you a video of them conducting the so-called privilege walk with Latino/Hispanic students. Take a look.
Questioned by the police because they felt you were suspicious. Take one step backwards. If you ever stop by the cops because they were suspicious of you, take a step backwards. If you or your family ever inherited money or property, take a step forward. If your family
Of course.
inherited money or property, take a step forward. If you come from a supportive family environment, take a step forward. If one of your parents was ever laid off or unemployed by choice, not by choice, take a step backward. If you have a family member that was fired, not by choice, take a step backwards. All right, 5 more. If you were ever uncomfortable about a joke or statement you overheard related to your race, ethnicity, gender, appearance, or sexual orientation, but felt unsafe to confront the situation, take a step backwards. If you were ever uncomfortable about a joke, okay, like if anyone said, oh, that's so gay, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, I used to say that when I was younger. I admit that. And I know that's my fault, I won't do it again. All right? If your ancestors were forced to come to the U.S., not by choice, take a step backwards. If your ancestors were forced to come to the U.S., not by choice, take a step backwards.
All right, guys, so what you see there is exactly what, again, the woke academics and the Democrats and the left says, oh, that doesn't happen in schools, right? This doesn't happen. You're making it up, right? An activity that probably would be conducted in the so-called ethnic studies course in these race classes that the left is trying to push into classrooms, right? Which is the prime reason why we should fight back against this stuff, right? This is why we shouldn't be talking about race in schools, because this is what you get, right? You get activities that basically call out students and identify students by certain characteristics that, in my opinion, probably will make students maybe not like each other, maybe be jealous of each other, maybe feel like victims, right? When you ask questions like, take a step back, if your ancestors came here against their own will, right? Like, what are you saying? You're basically asking, take a step back if you're black, right? If your ancestors were slaves, right? Doesn't matter if, you may be in a well-off family now, right? Doesn't matter if your family may make more money now, or you may be in a different situation now, and what happened in the past doesn't really affect you right now. Doesn't matter. Just because this happened in the past, you need to take a step back. You're less privileged than everybody else. And again, there's other questions there that identify personal information about people's families that I just don't think should be put out in the open among kids, right? I think it's going to cause more problems and do more harm than it is good. But again, activities like that, even though we have them on video, we see that this is what's happening. Parents are coming out saying that this stuff is happening, that this is being done in schools. Oh, still deny, right? Deny from the Democrats and the left. Pretend like it don't happen, right? But at the same time telling you, look, you're a bigot, you're a racist if you don't want ethnic studies and race being taught in schools, right? What is your problem, right? What are you so afraid of? Well, looking at an activity like that, yeah, I don't want my kid, right? If I had a kid, I don't want my kid to be out there taking steps back, basically telling everybody else that he's not as privileged, or, you know, he doesn't have it as good in life because of his skin color, or because of, you know, some other dynamics that is really none of the business of the teachers or the other students there. I don't want that. I don't think anybody wants that. Why are you doing activities like this in the first place in school? Like, what is the point? What is the point outside of making students feel bad? The point is to make students feel bad, right? That is the point, right? The point is to create animosity and division. That is the point. That is what they want. So yeah, I definitely believe this mom, right, that a teacher lined up kids and made white kids apologize to black kids, because that's what the woke revolutionaries want. That's what the woke teachers want. I 100% believe it. And I'm not surprised that the school board ignored it and isn't doing anything about it, right? Not surprised at all. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.